What is going on, true believers? I hope everybody's having a great morning. My name is Bleaves. This is Breakfast with Bleaves. And Jim Cramer, he just told everybody it's time to head for the exit for Bitcoin, that it's absolutely over. Oh, yeah. And after that, Bitcoin ran up 1,500 points. Then we've got some information about Ethereum. Shibatoshi Nakamoto basically said AI and VR is just going to be porn. Shiba Inu rival Floki, for anybody who's a Floki fan, they just got a surprising, it wasn't good, but Hong Kong regulators told people to avoid the staking platforms and everything associated with Floki. We don't know why yet, waiting for confirmation of it. The $130 million worth of Bitcoin that was seized by the FBI from Silk Road is now going to be sold on the open market, and Bitcoin's back up over 41,000. So this is not financial advice. I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleav. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast. Then again around bedtime. Bet this. It's not financial advice. But I'm always right. I'm always right.
I feel like that froze again, by the way. Did the music freeze, or is it just on my computer, by the way? Yeah, I think most people sold their Floki. Anyway, guys, let me know. Was everything fine with the intro, or did it freeze? Because it freezes for me, and it's been freezing for the last couple of days. Oh, no, it didn't freeze. All right. It's on my end. God damn it. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. So anyway, we'll move on. Intro will be back later. I got to delete it and re-upload or do something with it. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, hope everybody is having a great morning. There's a lot going on in crypto overall. I have a lot more tabs open than I would normally have. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, because I think it's important that you guys be as informed as possible. And that's what we're going to try to do here, to make sure that you guys know all the news and all the little pieces that you need. And I'm going to try to keep my opinion a little less obvious all of the time. Now, the first thing that I do want to say, though, is Trump token down a little bit. I think that's a great buy opportunity. And I will tell you guys that if my choice is binary and my choice is between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I would vote for Donald Trump, because we're starting to see Vivek Ramaswamy have his influence over Donald Trump. He got him to say something about CBDCs never being approved in his administration. We're probably going to see Donald Trump embracing Bitcoin at any point. It should be noted at this point, he does not and has not made any change in the way that he sees Bitcoin, but it seems like he's going to be the one that's amenable to this. So I got a feeling that, this is probably the choice right now, and will be the only choice for everybody who's in crypto, that is. So I'm looking for the signs, but let's get through the news right now. As you can see, these are kind of the flows. I do this every once in a while. This is Fiat Leak. We show the flows of crypto coming in. This is the American market. We can zoom out here, by the way, or go check other markets. But as you can see, looks like the market for the moment is pretty positive. We had a 2 or 3% increase on almost every big altcoin right now. So, cool stuff. But the Bitcoin party over. Cramer warns holders to head for the exits. So Jim Cramer comes out and he says, another day, another chance to roll out of Bitcoin while the numbers go up. Club tries to keep it at 40,000. So as soon as he did that, Bitcoin went off and pumped up to almost 42,000. Now, guys, I will tell you this. if we close above 42,000 and we get back into, if over the next few hours, and I don't know that it will, today is an expiry day and there's about $2.5 billion in expiries. But if we come up and somehow get back into this channel right here, we're heading to 50,000 and it won't take that long. That would be programmed in. And most of the bigger analysts are probably going to tell you that, if you come back into this range, that means that you're testing this right here and we're heading back. Now, there are reasons for that. And the primary reason for it is Grayscale is no longer selling as much Bitcoin as they've been selling before. And the rest of the party for the ETFs, they're still buying. Now, they've slowed down a bit, but they're still buying. So it's going up every single day. Moving on. Shibatoshi Nakamoto, Billy M2K, this is one of the co-creators of Dogecoin. He had a funny, and he said that the killer app of AI and VR is just going to be AI plus VR anime girlfriend, isn't it? And that's hilarious because it's probably true. That one of the big reasons, or one of the big use cases, is going to end up being that people at home are just going to have anime AI girlfriends. It's going to get really, really, really weird. Anyway, moving on. Shiba Inu rival Floki gets a surprising update from the regulators in Hong Kong. So what they said is, in a startling turn of events, Floki Inu, a prominent member of the meme cryptocurrency sector and a competitor of Shiba Inu, is grappling with regulatory troubles unleashed by Hong Kong's Securities and Futures Commission. The regulator issued a public warning cautioning against two investment products associated with Floki, the Floki staking program and TokenFi staking program. The SEC, in an official note, revealed that these products offer staking services and claim to deliver annualized return ranging from 30 to over 100%. However, the watchdog emphasized that neither of these products has received authorization for public sale in Hong Kong, and their managers failed to convince the regulatory body about the feasibility of achieving such high returns. With that, let's go look at what happened with Floki in its price over the last little while. Doesn't seem to have affected it overall. Actually, it did. It's up. It was going up on the day, it looks like, and then this notification might have crashed it back down just a little bit, but doesn't seem to be overall affected. Like, I wouldn't call that too much. This really just looks like it's ranging between the 20 and the 200. So, potentially this is not really as much a problem as what people may have previously said. Now, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. We only have 50 people in here. We normally have about 100 by this point. So make sure you're hitting that like button on the way in. Pushes it up in the algorithm, and it certainly helps me out. Yesterday, I think we had a little bit over 100 people, but we only had like 52, I want to say, by the end of this, like 52 likes or 57 likes, something like that. A pretty low number, and I know we can do better than that. And by the way, if you haven't already, please take the time to go look at my video from last night. That video was, what would you do if you lost everything like me? And really, I just wanted to speak to people and let you guys know, exactly what happened and how everything played out and, what it's looking like. So, and then when I did that, I also wanted to turn it into later on. If you hold on one second. If you go back and listen, then I'm kind of telling you what tokens I'm investing in, and you can see those tokens. And if that's the case, then you guys are going to know. I'm going to try to keep it open. That's why I have the thing across the bottom today, which I thought, why not use that as an opportunity? First of all, like and subscribe, obviously. But then I thought current hodlings, and this is going to be like, this is the quote unquote moon bag. And what I'm doing is, every day when I get quote unquote rewards from MEXC, when it adds up to $50, then when there's an opportunity, I'm just going to buy $50 worth of a crypto. And that doesn't mean that I'm even going to move beyond the current holdings. So the current holdings are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Render, Volt, Ben, AvicPay, Advantis, Arbitrum, Bone, MX, and Doge. Those are the ones that I'm holding right now. Now, I do intend to pick up, I will tell you a couple of them. I do intend to pick up some Injective and Ziliqua and XRP. And by the way, this is not my entire holding. I guess I should specify that. I do have a couple. I do have a big bag of Crow that's staked. I do have a bag of XRP, and I do have Cardano, and all of that is staked. And then I do have what I have on Coinbase, which is basically Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum, and then I have what I've got in Cryptonomy as well. So, but I can't access anything in Cryptonomy. My deal with Cryptonomy, by the way, was I can't access that stuff for another 9-10 months or something like that. I did a low yield staking, which will be a few bucks coming out, I think in March, which will be okay. But the rest of it is kind of a long way off. That was my agreement. So I'm also going to pick up some Conflux and some stuff like that along the way. You know, I have a few ideas of things that I would like to have. So those are my ideas. Those are the ones, and it's going to evolve. It's going to continue to evolve along the way. So, you know, I think that it should be pretty cool. And by the way, I hope you liked the thumbnail this morning. I thought that was hilarious. That picture, that picture of Donald Trump. It was an AI generated picture of Donald Trump, and that to me was hilarious. As a matter of fact, if you guys have never seen it, I'm going to pop it up real quick because it is too choice to miss out on. Everybody should be exposed to this ridiculous nonsense right here. Look at that. Oh my God. It's so AI generated, obviously, but well, I mean, you know, most 79 or 80-year-old, I think he's 80 years old. Most 80-year-olds look like that anyway. But there's a bunch of them. There's an absolute, it's let me see, Donald Trump AI bodybuilder. Here we go. There's a bunch of these online, just absolute bangers, every single one of them. Here we go. Oh my God. And then here's Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump. These are absolutely hilarious. Here he is on the beach. This is, I guess it's supposed to be a young Donald Trump on a throne. And then we have this one right here. And by the way, just so you know, some fans think this is real. So, I mean, you know, at this point, he's 80-year-old, looks like some pudding, you know what I mean? But yeah, this thing is just hilarious. I mean, it's just absolutely, God, Dougie, and look at this. He's got that's a chick, you know what I mean? That they forgot what they were doing there when they made that one. And then here's Joe Biden with Hillary. Oh my God. The stuff that people are doing out here is just hilarious. Here's Trump with his prison tattoos or something like that. It's just absolutely out of control. And look at this one. Just some crazy stuff. So guys, go check that out if you get the time or you even care. It is absolutely hilarious. But again, just make sure you're hitting the like button on the way in. Helps me out, push me up in the algorithm. What we want to do more than anything is steal people from Rand, the crypto, I assume, man. Nooner's for wiener, right? We know that, right? A nooner, that's what a nooner is. So a little bit crazy there. Thank you for the $5 bomb. Trail Boss, he wants to look at Solana. By the way, got it sitting right here, down 22% today. This is your opportunity to buy. In fact, this was the spot where I told you guys where that's your accumulation spot right now at 68.26, and it's down to 67.37. So this is your accumulation opportunity right now. There is some potential for 4x downside on it down to the 1618 level. That is potentially where it could go, but I don't think that it will. I feel like we're probably going to get a strong bounce off of this level right now, and we'll probably see some more upside, probably dropping a zero. So 30 to 40% upside over the next day or two. Now, it might also be said, if you look over here to the right, other than Myra, which is up tiny on the day, most of Solana memes down just a little bit. They're not exactly pumping right now. Solana is pumping a bit, but the rest of the broader market, the memes have just kind of taken a pause, if you will, for a short period of time. Ethereum memes seem to be moving a little bit more. Grok, Jesus, Pepe starting to have a little bit of a run. Again, in my list here, the only one from Solana is that Myro combo. Trump, by the way, this is a buy. This is a buy. If you look at, if we just kind of break out, it's tough to find, by the way, the parabolic moves here. But if you take it from this parabolic move right here, and you stretch this out, then Trump is in the buy zone. And look, Trump's at 74 million market cap. Trump's going to continue to soar. You know, we're just, I think this is just getting started. So if you have an opportunity to buy MAGA, then like today seems like the day. Now, if you look at it and you say, well, you know, if this is the 1 hour, let's go look at the day and let's look at what it looks like on the day and see, does that parabolic move hold weight? So we take that, and this is the move, right? So here we are. So looks like there's some more downside for MAGA and some buy opportunity right around $1, right exactly at $1 is the 618. So between 50 cents and $1, that looks to be the golden pocket where, you know, that's your perfect accumulation zone. So if you want to be shrewd on it, you can hold for down here. However, look at the strength of these wicks. They keep getting bought up. That would indicate that most probably, and you get what the, you know, get 1, 2, 3, 4. You got four over 4 days. You got 4 doji candles kind of playing out. It's on ETH, crypto guy, but you got 4 doji candles kind of playing out, like one after the other after the other. So you've obviously got, you know, the profit taking is right here. People are selling off. But when you look at it more broadly and you kind of break it down, you know, the same thing is happening down here. So it's just kind of in this range, and that generally would mean that there's probably going to be a move up. This is consolidating. But despite that, there's no double top. There's no reason for you to think that, you know, that this would, you know, the likely play out, if any, would be, you know, down here to $1 maybe, and then boom, we get the double top, and then you see that move down, and then it's going to take off like a rocket. Because, guys, this is, I mean, this is your candidate. You know, this is your candidate. This is going to be your crypto candidate. Can you imagine what this price action will look like when Donald Trump says, "I've decided that I support Bitcoin"? So, you know, just I would just say get a taste of it. You know what I mean? Just a, you know, if you got $100 in it and it 10x's, you made $1,000 off of this crazy ass Trump token. So, you know, that's my opinion. That's what I'm gonna do. And by the way, I haven't done it yet. Now that I talked myself out of it, I am gonna get. Trump has no affiliation with this rug pull. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're supposed to be, oh my God, who would actually believe that? Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, we know that. We know that Donald Trump doesn't have anything to do with it. Donald Trump has a couple of NFTs, and that's about it. And I'm sure he's not doing the NFTs. I'm sure somebody in his campaign is trying to raise money for legal fees, et cetera, et cetera. Like, Donald Trump doesn't run crypto projects, bro. You know, and you know what? Maybe you're right. I just can't imagine that has to be said to grown-ups that, you know, Donald Trump doesn't have one. Biden 2024, by the way, was pumping yesterday. Let's see what Trump 2024 did as well. Trump 2024 is up 36.8%. It looks like it's not having a reversal. That's not looking good. That was not looking good right there. So I think that one might be a little bit cooked, but let's see what it looks like in the hour. Yeah, I think this one's kind of cooked here. However, it could be that you have a little fight with people over it. It came down to around 786. I mean, I guess the parabolic move would have started right there. So you can make an argument that that's about the spot. So now my ADD is kicking in. All right, so that looks to be like right where it was, bounced up. And look, I mean, it already did its moves, by the way. So I think that this one's done and cooked. And the reason for that is, we got the run, right? Then we got the 786 retest, and then it came up to the 382, and it's done here. Now it's back down to 618. If it doesn't make a big pop and come up here and then here, then it's heading back down here, at least to this line. So that one doesn't look strong, doesn't look like it has much strength. And also should be noted, it's a 4.5 million market cap and 185 in liquidity. Now, that also could mean that I'm completely out of my mind. And again, that secondary run up could be happening, and we could get like a double top, and then we could get a nice little retest, and then boom, it's off to the races. Problem with that, and let's put this over here too. The problem with that is that I think this Trump one here has been around longer, and it's going to take all of the oxygen out of. I think it's going to take all the oxygen out of the other ones. Those memes are going to pump, they're going to dump, and people are going to get wrecked, and they're going to get mad. And this is the only one that's going to kind of lay around and be there. It's been launched since August of last year. The only question I guess you would have is how much of liquidity is unlocked. There's 50% locked for 63 months, and there's 35.5% locked for another 3 months, and it expires on it looks like 4/10. So there's still some time for this one to get on a nice run. What I would be concerned about would be this right here, this liquidity locked at 35.4%, unlocks in 3 months on 4/10 of 2024. So that being said, let's get back to what we were doing here. So Floki, watch out for that one. Bitcoin is seized by the FBI now for sale. $130 million worth of Bitcoin is out there up for sale. So be very careful when dealing with that. But it's not going to really affect the charts very much. Bitcoin breaks back above 41,000 amid the slowing Grayscale Bitcoin outflows. And that looks like, let me get this over here. Update on day 10 for the Bitcoin Kentucky Derby. Volumes and flows are down. 440 million is the outflow for the day on Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Negative 47.84. So they've lost 4.7 billion. But you can see here that it's still daily volume is still a net positive. So there's still money happening here. People I think are realizing it, which is I think the part of the reason why Bitcoin is pumping. But you can see here that the flows are being eaten up. Now for the last for some of this time, these are the totals. Some of this time we're still struggle, but it's just kind of moved from one to the other. Oh, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, this is a statement from Lilyan Finance today, or yesterday, as it were. And now I was banned from their chat because I started asking questions about what they're doing. And if you remember here, and by the way, my question was just that I had reached out to the team and that I would update people as soon as I knew something, and they banned me from chat for that. Now they're saying this: we're moving liquidity to strengthen our financial base. Your trust is our top priority. Please fill out the form under the airdrops tab on our website to ensure a smooth transition. For non-Telegram users, we've captured wallet snapshots pre-halt. Rest assured, we're committed to making each holder whole. Our solution will pleasantly surprise you. Thank you for your trust and cooperation. So they're taking your liquidity is what's happening. And I don't know, where that goes. Like I said before, I'm down like $6,000 off of this already. So, and my bag is, I think, $220 or something like that. Showed up in my, I knew there was a problem, by the way, because it showed up in my wallet as like 13 grand. And I'm like, Lilyan did not pump, right? So then I knew that there was something going on, and that something that was going on was they were taking the liquidity out. And, that's generally a sign that it's not going to go. I'm going to go fill out the form, by the way, because it's $200. I mean, you know, and I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's go see what happens, right? But yeah, so I've been banned. I've been banned from their Telegram for letting people know that I had requested information from the team, and here we are. So I'm going to continue reporting on this and letting you guys know what's going on every single day. And it's going to be, by the way, to the detriment of investors in this project, because I'm going to point this out every single day. And I'm going to do that because this is what they're doing and they're not telling anybody. And by the way, they still haven't announced the team that they were doing back in November. So, you know, just keep all of this stuff in mind. I'm not saying that it's dead, but it's dead. So Bitcoin halving might trigger a rare price action. Bitcoin price might pick major growth curve post halving based on historical trends. So really what it's saying is, I've already told you, it's going to go to 125 to 150,000. You don't even need that for that. JP Morgan, however, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase, has just done nothing but dump on Bitcoin constantly and the broader crypto market over and over and over again. And guess what? The analysts at JP Morgan noted the positive outlook for Bitcoin, suggesting that it has a limited downside from its current position. The financial giant analysis focuses on the dynamics involved in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. It acknowledges the recent 20% correction, attributing it largely to profit-taking on previous GBTC investments. Profit-taking on GBTC discounts to NAV trade has likely been a major driver behind the correction. 4.3 billion has thus far exited Grayscale Bitcoin. They emphasize that this profit-taking is mostly responsible for the downward pressure on the price. It further estimates that the bulk of profit-taking on GBTC, approximately 3 billion, has already occurred, suggesting that the primary force driving the price down is largely exhausted. That also sheds light on the shifting landscape of the Bitcoin ETF market. And like I told you guys before, as soon as Grayscale is done dumping, and as soon as that's all finished, then they're exhausted, price go up. So what we saw today in this little pump that we had for Bitcoin, which, by the way, I don't know if it's going to last today or not. I don't know if it will continue on, but right now it looks pretty strong. So if it continues on, then that's going to be because Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is even further exhausted. And if they're further exhausted, then, you know, this is going to be fantastic for the broader crypto market. But Bitcoin right now having the biggest of the runs, and Ethereum not really catching up. Ethereum still got a little bit to work out before it really takes off running. But I think Ethereum is also going to run super hard as well. Anyway, JP Morgan, they are they're big fans, even though Jamie Dimon is not. Now, in bad news, Ethereum has Celsius out here moving $1 billion in ETH to exchanges. So Celsius, they've moved over 1.6 billion in Ethereum tokens since November. They've moved 459,561 Ether within the last 24 hours. So they are going to be selling off. That's drastic amounts of Ethereum. So I would be looking at some downward pressure on Ethereum. Could be why you're seeing this muted sort of, like, it's not pumping exactly like Bitcoin is. It's struggling to stay afloat, and it could be that the selling is already happening. But, you know, or people are scared that it's going to happen. It's going to dunk on the price. Also, it should be noted, the liquidity, based on liquidity, 1.4 billion, that's a lot. 130 million in Bitcoin, that's not a lot. But 10 times that amount on something with a third of the market cap, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So this is going to have a big impact and drop it probably down below 2,200 very rapidly in this market, which will cause, of course, Bitcoin will probably start to draw back down as well. But we'll see what happens. The expiry date is today. So the Ethereum scaling solution alt layer initiates a 100 million token airdrop. If you weren't part of that and you missed out, then I don't know. But alt layer kicks off a $96 million token giveaway with Celestia stakers waiting for their shares. Then you have a couple of other things that are happening that are coming up very soon. Dimension and Jupiter are having big airdrops worth 210 and 410 million respectively. while Bitcoin ordinals users might get one too. So I'm just going to kind of run through these as I get time and try to find out, and maybe I'll make some content on how to do these airdrops, because I think it's starting to get important that maybe we start looking at some of these airdrops. In alt news, Polygon unveils the AG layer, transforming the blockchain landscape into a unified network. And this is the ZK proof. And AG layer's core innovation lies in its ability to aggregate zero-knowledge proofs from various blockchains. This novel approach enables developers to seamlessly connect both layer 1 and 2 blockchains, effectively merging them into a unified network. Now, I know that this doesn't sound like it, but to me, that's the end of some of these L2s, because once this technology is available for Ethereum, once the money is out there for Ethereum, once this starts to become no longer DeFi, once capital comes in and starts taking over some of these L2s, this kind of merger, this AG layer thing, turning the L2s into a merger with the L1s, that's mergers and acquisitions, by the way. And that is exactly what corporate America does. And that's why we have a lack of innovation sometimes. And that's why we have a lack of options and choices at the grocery store, even though we feel like we have it. You know, the same company owns all the food. They just put different brand names on it so that they can sell it at different prices, et cetera, et cetera. So that's going to come here to crypto. And I think you might be seeing the start of it right now. So for the short term, this is going to be very bullish for Polygon. But in the long term, I think it's going to be bad for crypto in general. Now, Polygon has nearly matched Ethereum's user base in 2023. So it is obvious that Polygon has a huge base of people suddenly and building up over time. But again, I don't know that that means, I don't know if that means as much, because let's pop in here and go to the chains and swap here based on 24-hour volume. Polygon 122 million down here, Ethereum 1.25 billion. So 10% of the volume in Polygon, despite it has the same number of users. I don't think that those are active or valued users in the same way. So there's something off about that somewhere. Solana back in the number 2 position, Arbitrum back to number 3. So, but let's keep moving on here. All right. So this is liquidation heat map. You can see what's happening with Bitcoin right now. We came up here into this area. Now, if this comes back down and does a little light sweep through here, then the next move is up into this range right here, taking it out on the 24-hour. You can see that there's still money kind of floating around in these areas. I would expect a move real quick back down here, because it looks like a bunch of longs just entered, and that's a perfect opportunity to get wrecked and then run back up here into that 42,000. Again, if we close over 42,000, we are headed to 50,000. That's going to be the nature of it. Now, this is the liquidity. Remember, I told you guys that we're going up, and we're going up because there's all this money sitting there. Well, now you can see it. There's a huge amount of shorts that were entered into, and now those guys are about to pay the price. And we're going to probably get a big sweep of all of this liquidity coming very, very soon. And look at this, runs all the way up to, I mean, there's hundreds of millions of dollars all the way up to 46. So, you know, and this being the big pocket around 43. So they're coming for it. You know, Bitcoin is about to reverse and get out of the way. 24-hour on, look at all these. NFP popped hard, Lunk popping hard, coming off. XRP not as hard, but I mean, you can see here, like all these tokens have popped off of these big dips. Rats went absolutely crazy for some reason. All right, so there's my thing. By the way, just wanted to remind you one more time, because Tricky Nicky, they're currently at the bank because I took out a loan, and then Jason thinks he's funny and said something funny about it. Well, then Nick responded, people with capital and stellar credit leverage debt to create wealth. This is the kind of thinking that you're incapable of because you are a smooth-brained Ben Cuck So then I said, then I'll ask a better question. Are you leveraging your position in order to buy more views and likes? You're taking an awful lot of smack for someone buying bot views. And then here you go. These are the bot views. Getting promoted on the channel would be a smart move for any cryptocurrency. This is, by the way, this is real. This is on Discovery Crypto, that scam ass channel. Look at this. And then, by the way, Vumio's ascent to the moon is driven by ambition and the pursuit of excellence from Indo Trinky Traki Trosh Trosh Spermanakanese number 45467. And by the way, when you see like a 5-digit thing like this, that usually means that it's a bot, right? Getting promoted on this channel would be a smart move for any cryptocurrency project. The substantial views and the engagement create a promising environment for sponsored views. Like they're really like engaging their people within their chats. And then this one's even greater. We have Dr. number 144354144. DZ's fashion upgrade is outstanding. Suspenders and the hat give him a professional edge. And then we have Ramia 50025. DZ's fashion upgrade is outstanding. Suspenders, and it's the same comment. Professional edge and professionalism. The only difference here, they're botting to get views. Like that is pathetic. Like Jesus Christ. Like, oh my God. So that's that right there. That's your Discover Crypto. Absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, OKX is going to discontinue their mining pool, and that's Bitcoin related services. And then here we go. This is this is a quick update here for Grayscale. Grayscale decreased their Bitcoin holdings by 10,872 Bitcoin on January 25. 8 ETFs added 8,744 Bitcoin on January 25th, while BlackRock added 442.84. By the way, BlackRock needs $18 million to hit $2 billion in market. So that's pretty interesting. And then Grayscale decreased 13,000 on 2024, but over here, ARC21 holds 13,285 Bitcoin, adding 405 again yesterday. These guys are still buying and they're still adding and they're snapping up the Bitcoin every single time. So, it should be noted that this is, it's getting kind of cool here to see that all of this stuff is starting to happen. We're starting to really see, again, Grayscale slows down and suddenly we are just in Flavor Town, baby, as that weird dude with the sunglasses on the back of his head said. Trump 2024, we already went over that one. We'll see if that has a reversal. If it does, double tops out, then maybe, we get a big run. WeCoin still kind of sending. I told you guys about this yesterday. Still seems to be going. Grok up 10.8%, Pepe up 6.7%, AvicPay just dropped a 0, up 4.3%. Guys, by the way, I'm not kidding you about AvicPay. You are going to. I'm just going to tell you, it is my opinion that you're going to regret not having a small bag of AvicPay when it is time for this thing to run. I just feel like it with a $1.5 million market cap. Now they have their own island. What's not to like? You know what I mean? They're on the island of Roatan. They're setting up Crypto Cove, Bitcoin Bay. All of the hotels and restaurants there are going to be taking crypto for payment. And it's not that complicated, right? Right now, it doesn't seem like it's incredible and awesome because we're in a bear market. But when we're in the bull market again, and there's massive events happening, because that's the place for Bitcoin. Like that's the place where you can go buy and sell your crypto and stuff like that. And they'll convert it, by the way. And I think they use Rocket Pool or Rocket. Yeah, I think it's Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool is an American company that converts the Bitcoin for you. So that's kind of important. You know what I mean? These guys are going to be converting this. This has only one way to go, and that's going to be up. And it's a 1.5 million market cap. Again, like I keep saying, like the other one, their Pundi, the other crypto that does what they do, which is far better at marketing, by the way, I will say. Pundi X right here. HundyX has a market cap of 110 million. Now, if AvicPay just does a decent job of cutting into some of that in the bull market, imagine if it has 110 million market cap, but there's a bull market. That's $1 billion market cap. So now you're looking at something right here that's almost 1,000x. Just in my opinion, I'm not saying that it will. It's just in my mind, I can kind of see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of see it. Gold is still kind of hovering and ranging around, had a dip, struggling just a little bit. Volume has been coming down, but they haven't done the burn. They're about to implement a bunch of stuff there, and they haven't done it yet. So as soon as they get it done, like you're going to start to see an eruption on gold. Jesus, he's about to take the wheel again, trading at 1903, 6 zeros. It did the double top. It did its, it did its big move, came down for the correction, got a reversal, rejected off of the 5.0, came back down in range still at the 786. And now it looks like it's ready to reverse again. And look, I mean, guys, I don't want to be the one here, but I'm going to be, because I don't care. But y'all know that we are not that far away from Easter, right? What do you think is going to happen on the Jesus coin when he's risen and it's around Easter? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got the halving, when everything's starting to work its way in. What do you think is going to happen to this one right here? I got a feeling that this thing is going to just absolutely erupt. Currently trading at a 28.8 million market cap right now. It has a decent pool of liquidity. And I mean, imagine what's going to happen again when we get to Christmas next year. Like, this is the run up for Christmas and stuff like that. It's AVEC. Hold on. Contract address is in chat. But anyway, I mean, just imagine what's going to happen around Easter, and then what's going to happen at Christmas next year, especially when it's Christmas in the bull run. Like, it's going to get wild, just in my opinion. And it doesn't have to do anything. It's just going to get wild. WAGMI still struggling, down at 13. Again, way below my buy zone again. You can see right here, like, it's just kind of playing out perfectly along this line. I don't know, maybe it's going to go down more, but because I got robbed, I don't have the money to buy more WAGMI. By the way, I bought, remember I told you guys I bought, I bought way down over here a long time ago. And then I sold right here at 17. And then I was looking to accumulate again under 17. And then it ripped all the way up, and I missed part. I mean, I missed some of this pump, right? But I made a good bag, and then it got stolen. So now I'm just kind of, and then of course I reached out to the team. I'm like, hey, I got 2 NFTs. Can you guys help with that? And they couldn't help with that. And, so I'm out, but still like those guys. I don't know why we're still covering it though. Bone 2.8% up, SHIB 2.5% up, Volt up 2.3%. Like to see something come out of Volt. Like, Volt has just been kind of, and by the way, I do have $50 worth of Volt now because I bought it on MEXC, but that's what I'm holding there. Advantis, I still have a bag of Advantis trading at 5 zeros 28.97. Came up for that nice big run. Now it's back here in the correction range. So we'll see what happens with this. Looked like there was just a good amount of sell-off from some of the, they didn't know if they didn't know what the reason was. Just normal profit taking. Ben down 3% on the day, 52.53. Trump again down to 160.51, starting to slowly creep back on that candle. I don't know, but I mean, guys, that's the consolidation that I get a sense there's more downside on it. I get a sense there's more downside to it because it looks like we're minting lower highs here pretty consistently, and it's kind of rolling its way down. So could be that we see it. I mean, again, this is a buy at $1. I mean, it comes down to $1 at 46.5 because it's 46. He would be 46. So if it comes down, then you hit that level that $1 is probably about 50 million market cap, I want to say. So it could drop. If it drops down there, it's going to go to 500 million. So, I mean, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like it'll probably even go to $1 billion market cap. So, you know, I would just be paying attention to this one, because at some point, this thing is going to end up going crazy again. And next week, by the way, that's when the primaries continue. So as he starts getting win after win after win after win, then it's just going to keep pumping that bag. So Bitcoin up to 41,338, continuing to start to pump and recover. So it looks like we might be having a big day and a big recovery on hand. That does not count for Myro, which is not moving at all, but it does count for Solana, which is moving. Ethereum not moving as much, but starting to. Luna Classic having a tiny bit of recovery. Avalanche is up. Last couple hours, it's been having some retests here. Cardano trying to pump its way back through. I don't see anything really standing out. Conflux up 11%, having a breakout. And Phantom also having a little bit of a breakout, testing the 200 MA right now. If it gets rejected, then it's coming back down, of course. But Kaspa had a little bit of a breakout, of course, nowhere near where it was before at 13 cents. So, and Kaspa is one that I want to add into my bag as well. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. One thing at a time. Mina Protocol, a super big fan of Mina Protocol, by the way. Mina just runs kind of out of nowhere sometimes, and then it runs super hot. Went up to $1.69 before, trading at $1 right now. So I think it's a good buy. Optimism that's a Cosmos ecosystem, and trading at 311 right now, up 6%. Rio is up 10% on the day, so it's having a nice little pop. Maybe we're seeing the start of an altcoin season. I don't know. But now it is time to pay the bills, and that means Cryptonomy giveaway is done. If you won, it is in your wallet right now. So I want to let you know that on my transactions so far, but I do want to look at the fixed ones right now, and I want to look at each one of the deposits that we've made over here. My Solana deposit, which we did just a couple of days ago, you can already see my scheduled interest is going to be 26 Solana. Right now, that's going to be about $2,600 for this hold. Now, this hold is for 1 year, but I only put in 26 Solana. I'm getting 26 Solana back out. With my Tether, the rate's just a little bit different, but $2,589. Pretty good results, pretty good amounts here all the way down the line, especially with Bitcoin. I'm going to schedule to earn 0.08 off of my shortest term play over here, and then 0.037, and then 0.012. Pretty good return rates overall. So if you haven't already, certainly go check that out. And finally, the Launchpool. Guys, the Launchpool has been so good to me so far. Really allowed me to expand my position a lot. This has been really a lifesaver. You guys know what happened here, but my accrued interest to date so far, $28,471. So this has been fantastic. This doesn't end, by the way, until November 21 of 2024. I am locked in. Each one of these is accruing interest for me, but lifesaver. So check out Cryptonomy.finance. It's not financial advice.
Hey, broski, you got this.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like